It's that time of year again. It's Valentine's Day, and I wanted to, you know, I knowing me, I'm not in any relationships. I'm single. Just getting that out there right off the bat. Um, but
Why can't I keep my head down?
I think there's a timeline where I may not have been.
Can I see?
Uh, Safe to say, I'm one of the greatest fumblers in the Western Hemisphere. Is it?
Uh-huh.
I'm one of the greatest fumblers in the United States. Not many people know about me. I'm pretty under the radar guy. um, you know, you know, it was when I was a kid, right, in school. But honestly, I feel like I've fumbled in my life. So I wanted to tell some stories of some stories about my experience with
I mean, it doesn't seem like a nightmare.
women.
Shit.
It's nothing fucking weird. It's just I remember when I was a kid, right? Um, uh, there was this one girl that I knew, right? I'm starting. Let's just start. We're starting elementary school. I knew she she liked me,
Oh, is it gonna be
like,
Dempsey? Angry
but
Dempsey.
I did not like her, right?
How does
And
anyone like
at
you?
the time, at that time, she would fucking like follow me around. Not follow me around, but I know she would like chase me and stuff, and like try to hug me and whatnot. And I would obviously push away from those advances. Obviously, I was friends with her, right? But I don't know. And then I remember one time the same girl. Um, I've mentioned, uh, not in recording, that people always thought that my hair was nice. For some reason, I don't know why. Right? There was one time we were hanging out, just and during gym, we were on the bleachers, and I was sitting down in the bleachers, and she was like, I was like sitting down like on the floor, like, and she was kind of like, like messing with my hair,
How long are their
like while I
covers?
was sitting down, and she was like sitting on the bleacher, and I was like sitting on the floor, like kind of like
There are no
in a
plates.
lap kind of thing, and she was like messing with my hair, and then
Check the covers. I don't see it.
all of a sudden she started. It wasn't. She wasn't really like choking me, but I don't. It kind of was. It was weird. Uh, Honestly, looking back at it now, she was pretty cool. But I was just not interested. I've had a trend
How long is this? I
of
don't
just
think they're
not
gonna be rude,
really
or I don't think
being
they're gonna
interested or knowing when a girl is interested in me. I've gotten a girl's number once. I fumbled a pretty nice bag. I gotta say, there's this one girl I did like her, but I was not good at. I'm still pretty bad at expressing my feelings.
freaking fuck
And
you.
I
What?
remember she was definitely
Ah,
more forward than I was. I remember she asked for my number once, and I gave her my house phone number
pardon me.
because I didn't have my own phone at the time. And I remember she
Ow.
called me, right, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, I was like, fucking playing Call of Duty.
Darn.
'Cause I was like big. I was, oh god, it was like elementary school. Like I said, I was, when I was like 9, I was playing Call of Duty, and
Modern Warfare 2, eh?
literally she would like fuck. She had like called me, and I was.
This is no way good. I don't
And
think.
she would call me asking about like what I was doing and everything. It's just like it's how kids are,
That is
and me being like the most oblivious like kid in the world. Of course, I'm a kid, so obviously I'm not gonna know. I was told I was playing Call of Duty, and um, I remember one time she brought up like every time she brought up like playing a game or something, I found a way to bring up like Call of Duty. Like I remember she talked about playing like Just Dance on the Wii or something, and I was like, oh, I think Call of Duty's on the Wii or some shit like that. I was a fucking dumb kid. But like this girl, she was pretty like I said, I was interested in her, but I'm terrible at expressing my feelings. So I never really expressed that to her. Um, I got a little bit better at that. I say senior year of senior year of high school. I got a little bit better at that. But this girl, like, she would like hide behind me, like I was like a bodyguard or whatever. It was like playful shit, and that's not like to say that she's interested in me or whatever. But how many girls, when you're in elementary school, make take their time? Mind you, there were more interesting people than me to talk to. How many would take time to ask you, or she took her time to ask me for my phone number. I was like, oh wow, she must like be interested in me, and I wish I knew that as a kid. I wish I was like cool as a kid. But that would come that time. I was like a fucking introvert loser, staying home playing Call of Duty most of the time. Whenever I got the chance, I didn't really go outside. At the time, I didn't even know. As a kid, I didn't know how to ride a bike. So, uh, you know, there's shit like that. I just didn't do things kids did by the time I was like getting up there in age, when like 9, 10, 11, 12, elementary school. I just this in middle school as well. Middle school kind of was the same situation. Jesus, it feels like ages ago. But I do have admittedly I got some Rizz. Okay, I got some charisma. I have charisma, right? But I don't express that charisma. You know what I mean? But there was one time I technically had a girlfriend, right? It was one time I technically had a girlfriend. It was on there's this old platform. It was like Omegle, called OOVOO, Uvu. I never knew how to pronounce it. I think it was Uvu. I always called it OOVOO. That sounds better to me. But I remember I actually like had met a girl on there, and I I'd say technically, I think we were. I, she liked me, I liked her, right? And she was cute. And like, mind you, like I said, this is all when I'm like a kid. Like I'm not even an adult yet. I haven't done shit in my adult life, romantic wise. So you know, but I remember me and my cousin. My cousin had managed to, like, I think it was me and my cousin were like talking to people on there, right? And then we met this girl, and then like he kind of like egged me into like to keep talking to her and everything. And I was like, okay, okay, whatever. He was a pretty cool cousin. I missed hanging out with him, you know. Um, but I remember I sang her a Drake song. I sang her like a Drake song when I was a kid. You know how Drake was back then. He was everywhere. So, but what was it? I sang to her "Best I Ever Had." I think that's the song is called "Best I Ever Had." Drake. I sang that to her over the fucking like over Uvu or whatever. It was dumb, dude. It was so dumb. Oh my god. Like sheesh, man. And then there was another time where a girl was interested in me, and it turned out she was my cousin. So that was kind of fucked. I was not interested in her. She was interested in me. And then come, let's say, I haven't done anything relationship wise in a while now. Let's say. So let's move to the time I actually, had, like, I realized I did have a crush on this person, and I do like them, right? And I was trying in my introverted way
Who there?
to, like, connect with her more, and I was like the worst, right? But but we were pretty. I think we were friends. I say we were good friends.
Confused for the
I mean,
past.
technically, I mean, hey, well, I never said she was. She isn't my friend. I just haven't talked to her in like 2 years. So since like high school, I haven't talked to her since like fucking since I stopped going to like community college or some shit. I haven't talked to her in like 3 years. I say, but shit, I can check my Snapchat and see when the last time I messaged her was. But I would like,
Chilling.
in my introverted way, I would like try to sit next to her on the bus and shit like that. And I would always say good morning to her. And she sat with me on the bus. I'm not saying she was interested in me or anything, but like I was one of those kids in school where, like, my way of, like, expressing my interest in a person, it wasn't I was like teasing of, like, it was like teasing, like I teased her. I remember like one time I like had her backpack, and like I put her backpack on, and just fucking I was one of those kids where it was like I teasing to show that I was like interested in you. It should like if I had a crush on a girl, I would be like teasing her or whatever. I don't really do that anymore. But I mean, banter is
The
just
heck,
like
dude? Why
part
are they
of
just
like
like?
my fucking friendship with anybody at this point. So that's always how I've been.
I think I'm
But
about to stop these at this point. Wait, do I have a gun now? Okay,
it
never mind.
reminds me because I would sit there. I'd be on the bus, and I sometimes I'd feel a little. I enjoyed sitting next to her, even though we didn't really like talk all the time when we sat next to each other on the
Let's go
bus.
to school.
Normally, I was like asleep on the bus, so but it was all like I always woke up when we were near her house, and like just to say good morning or whatnot, or I didn't sleep until and then like but and then come Valentine's Day, I it was this it was what is it 20, I think it was 20, it was I think it was senior year,
Game, buddy.
right? It was there's this thing at my school, it was Valentine's Day thing at school, right? And it was just like you could buy a little teddy bear and give it to you can buy a little teddy bear so you can give it to your Valentine's, right? And like I said, I'm like an introvert. Like I didn't like when people like even noticed that I was like interested in something sometimes. Like I was terrible at conversation, and fucking getting a.
Ow.
I was really hoping that no one would ask me or say anything about anything, because it'd be so awkward for me. Like with her, like the most, like my way of communicating was like sending memes on Snapchat back and forth. That was what we mostly did, shit like that, like but like I had a crush on her, and I decided this was the first time I was ever going to like take a jump, right? I decided I was gonna get a teddy bear. It's just a little small teddy bear. It could fit in your hand,
Anywhere.
kind of shit, right? Like you could strangle it. It's not a big one, right? But like you can like clench your hand, and like the head would be like the only thing popping out. Shit, not a huge one, but it was like what 10, 5. I think it was like $5 or something.
Hey,
And I
you got
bought it,
the
and the
bandage?
fucking dude,
Rock him with a flashlight.
obviously fucking I had to say who I was getting it for. I don't think I gave it to her. I think it was given to her on my behalf, I believe. I can't remember if it was because I had to say my name and the person I was giving it to, and that was pretty embarrassing, right? Because I just kind of hoped to like just get it and then give it to her. So it's pretty embarrassing. And then I think they did this thing where like this might just be a figment of my imagination. I don't remember, but it was like they called down people who like got bought a teddy bear or something. I don't remember. I don't actually. I don't think they did that. I don't think they did that. I don't remember how they got the teddy bear, but I remember that she did get it, and I had messaged her on Snapchat about it. Like, did you get it? And she was like, yeah. And she was also yeah. This was senior year because she was planning shit for like college and whatnot, and
Get out of here,
I
man.
remember I was like, yeah, keep take the teddy bear with you. You know what I mean? Like I tried. I tried. You know what I mean? That was the first time and probably the last time I ever actually like tried to like show the person I was interested in that I was interested in them. And I got her a teddy bear for Valentine's Day in my introverted way, in my own introverted way. Um, that was like the first time I actually attempted. Normally, I'm just like, oh well, opportunity missed kind of shit. But that was the first time I actually tried, you know. And I'm proud of myself at least for that. But obviously, it didn't fucking work out. God, she probably threw that fucking thing away, uh, or she probably forgot about it. To be honest with you, God, Lord knows. But and then I did also for New Year's. I remember. I think it was for New Year's. I can't remember if it was. I think it was 2020 New Year's, or it was it 2020 New Year's. I think so. I mean,
So what happened?
I'm not even gonna look. Long story short, I got rejected over text. There you go, boom. I sent a confession over text, and then like before, it was like one of those things. It was like, oh, before the new year, what was something you want to say to me before the new year? And I sent a confession over text and got rejected. But that was it. Say like I got the balls enough. I got the courage enough to do that. You know what I mean? At least I got the courage to do that. I got rejected, but rejection is a part of life. I got rejected for my first job interview, and I never heard back from the second people. But
Dude, how long is this last
now I
for?
have a job. I've been going 3 years. So hey, rejection is a part of life. Eventually there'll be acceptance, and maybe it's not from the person you were expecting, but that person will probably still be worth it for you. And I've just been a hopeless romantic. That's a really good way to put it. But hey, I don't have any problems with that. I haven't been interested in like a relationship with anybody for a while, to be honest with you. Uh so shit. I mean, hey, ain't no problem with me. Being single is, I always hear to fucking especially like women around here. My boss would bring up sometimes like, don't mess with no women around here. It's like I'm not even thinking about that. Like I'm not even thinking about any other women. I'm thinking about myself, man. Fuck me. You know what I mean? But yeah. I just wanted to tell some stories about my hopeless romanticism. And I hope you have more luck than me, at least.